Hello, I am Csjuancarlos Garcia, and this is my internal assessment for computer science. I created a dice roller program in Xcode that allows the user to simulate the rolling of a dice. This is what it looks like. The main menu, which is what you're seeing right now, has many different options that allow the user to roll a dice with a predetermined number of faces, or they can roll a dice with a number of faces of their choosing, whether it be 5 faces or 2 million faces. Now, you just gotta input one of the 8 numbers to select an option. Now, the first option allows you to select the amount of faces that you want on the dice that you want to be rolled. So say you want to have 50 faces. It'll roll and it'll give you a randomly generated number from 1 to 50. This time we got a 35. Then it'll ask you if you want to roll again, yes or no. If you select Y or yes, the number of faces, the code will show again. It'll loop back, so this time we can have 40 faces. This time we got unlucky and rolled a 9. Then I can say that I do not want to roll again, but it asks you if you want to end the program. If you press Y and then enter, it'll just end the program outright. If you press N, it'll return you to the menu. Now, the next 7 options are predetermined dice amounts. So option 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 will allow you to just tap enter after you roll it. You will roll a 14. Out of a 20, that's not half bad. Then you can press Y maybe to roll again, and this time we get a 10. This time we get a 4. This time we get an 18, and then I can say that I don't want to roll again, but I don't want to end the program. Then finally, if you just want to end the program from the main menu, you just press 8, and the process ends. Now, I'm going to show you quickly. I'm going to input this to just get a quick number, and then I don't want to roll again, but I want it to end, and yeah, it ends. So this is the whole code. It uses a lot of voids to be able to be called upon down here with various loops to ask whether you want the code to be run again. Now, here's the main menu. As you can see, it's pretty straightforward. From here it is a switch case, or a case switch, sorry, to determine whether you selected any of the numbers from 1 to 8. If you select a number that is higher than 8 or less than 1, the code will just reset back to being in the main menu. So you forcefully have to select one of the 8 numbers. And if you don't want to select, well, you might as well just press 8 and then just quit. So first, say you choose case 1. It'll start a do while loop that will call upon the die roll, which is up here, the void, which in here I have 2 integers, num and ran, and it'll ask you to insert the number of the faces it has, and then it'll input num. It'll check that num is, greater than 0, and if it is less than or, equal to 0, it'll tell you that it is an invalid number, since you can't have a dice with negative faces or a dice with 0 faces. Then it'll use this little equation, or these 2 right here, to generate a number, and by using num down here, it'll actually plug in what you typed in, and it'll be a number between 1 to the number that you input. And to make sure that it is from 1 to what you input, it'll actually make sure it is not a 0, and if it is a 0, it'll just add a 1, because you might as well just roll a 1 instead of a 0. If you roll once the number has been inputted, it'll almost immediately tell you what number you ran as it has been seen, and then it will return it to itself, so it'll be, it'll show down here. Then it'll ask you if you want to loop again, basically, and I use this input, and then if it is a y or n, if it is a yes that you want to loop again, it'll be set as true, but if you don't want to loop again, it'll be set as false. So if it is true, we'll just do this again, because this small loop will do it while this boolean is true. But if it is false, it'll continue, and then it'll ask you if you want to end the program. If you say yes, it'll just do a simple exit 0 and get out of there. If you say no, it'll just take you right back to the menu. Now for the second case, where you don't input the thing, or where you don't input the number of faces, you just do it. You just press the 2, it'll activate case 2, and then it'll roll the dice from up here, which is this void. First, it'll do the same thing it did with the other, but instead of having num, it'll have just a 20 there, just to make sure that you don't have to type anything in. And all the other cases are exactly the same, except with differing numbers inside of them. Like, say, this one will only roll to a 4, while this one will roll to a 6. Or like the biggest number for this one is a 4, and the biggest number for this one is a 6. And then finally, the 8th case, all it'll do is make this this little boolean false, and then just stop, like just break. This will make it so that this loop, the big loop, the do while loop that starts all the way up here, it'll be broken. So it'll stop, it'll just return 0, and it'll end. And that's basically how it works. Thank you.